The dawn of civilization, Egypt's mysterious beginnings. The genesis of this extraordinary civilization can be traced back to circa 3100 BC, when the territory was united under the reign of Pharaoh Menes. This era marked development, as the groundwork for what we now identify as ancient Egypt was laid. At the core of Egypt's evolution was the Nile River, its lifeline in every sense. It was the Nile that propelled agriculture, facilitated the establishment of trade routes, and streamlined communication, effectively laying the groundwork for a civilization that would last for thousands of years. The old, often dubbed as the Age of Pyramids, witnessed the rise of Egypt's magnificent structures from the desert, serving as silent yet powerful symbols of the civilization's architectural skill and comprehension of mathematics and astronomy. From its inception, Egypt was a civilization that amazed the world and was on the brink of entering a period of unprecedented prosperity. As we delve deeper into Egypt's history, we reach the Middle Kingdom and New Kingdom periods, often referred to as the Golden Age. The Middle Kingdom, spanning roughly from 21st to the 17th centuries BCE, marked a period of significant achievements in literature, art, and architecture. This was the era when the written word flourished, with a profusion of literary texts, religious hymns, and philosophical discourses. The art of this period saw a shift towards realism, capturing the daily life of Egyptians with a remarkable attention to detail. The architectural prowess of the Middle Kingdom is showcased in the construction of the labyrinthine funerary complex of Amenemhat III at Hawara and the towering pyramids at Dashur. Transitioning from the Middle Kingdom, we encounter the New Kingdom, which spanned the 16th to the 11th centuries BCE. This was the era of Egypt's most famous pharaohs, who left indelible marks on the annals of history. Hatshepsut, the female pharaoh, defied societal norms and presided over a peaceful and prosperous reign. Akhenaten, the heretic king, introduced monotheism, worshipping the sun disk, Aten. Tutankhamun, the boy king, is remembered not for his reign, but for his lavishly furnished tomb that offered a glimpse into the opulence of the New Kingdom. Ramesses II, the great builder, commissioned temples and statues on a grand scale, most notably the magnificent Abu Simbel. The New Kingdom also saw a shift in burial practices, with the construction of rock-cut tombs in the Valley of the Kings, a secluded valley on the west bank of the Nile. These tombs, with their intricate wall paintings and rich grave goods, reflect the grandeur of the time. The most famous among them is the tomb of Tutankhamun, discovered nearly intact in the early 20th century, a treasure trove that captivated the world. But like all golden ages, Egypt's was not to last forever. What goes up must come down, as the saying goes, and this was certainly true for ancient Egypt. The sun began to set on the Egyptian empire due to a potent concoction of internal strife, invasions, and economic issues. The once mighty nation that had stood tall for millennia found itself grappling with the inevitable decline. The power of the pharaohs waned, their divine authority questioned, and the unity of the Egyptian lands started to crumble. The first blow came from the Assyrians, a powerful kingdom from the east. Their armies swept across the Egyptian lands, causing destruction and chaos. But the resilient Egyptians managed to regain control, only to be invaded once again, this time by the Persians. The Persian Empire, under the rule of Cambyses, claimed Egypt, and the land of the pharaohs was reduced to a mere province of the Persian Empire. But the most significant turning point was yet to come. A young Macedonian king, known to us as Alexander the Great, set his sights on Egypt. Seeing an opportunity amidst the chaos, he marched into Egypt, and surprisingly, was welcomed as a liberator from the Persian rule. The Egyptians crowned him as their pharaoh, and thus began the era of Greek rule in Egypt, marked by the Ptolemaic dynasty. The Ptolemaic dynasty was a period of cultural amalgamation, where Greek and Egyptian traditions intertwined, giving birth to a unique hybrid culture. The most famous of the Ptolemaic rulers was undoubtedly Cleopatra's seventh. A woman of intellect and charm, she was the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom. Her relationships with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony have been immortalized in history and literature, painting her as a figure of intrigue and allure. But even the charisma of Cleopatra couldn't halt the inevitable. After her death, Egypt found itself under the control of a new power, the Romans. And with the death of Cleopatra, Egypt fell under the rule of a new empire. Egypt's story, however, did not end with its fall to Rome. In fact, this marked a new chapter in its rich history. Under Roman and later Byzantine rule, Egypt experienced significant cultural and religious shifts. Christianity began to take root, eventually becoming the dominant religion. These changes weren't just confined to religion, though. They permeated all aspects of Egyptian society, influencing everything from art to legislation. But another wave of change was on the horizon. In the 7th century, the Islamic conquest of Egypt began, marking the start of a new era. The land of the pharaohs was incorporated into the caliphate, forever intertwining it with the Islamic world. And with this new rule came a new capital. The city of Cairo was established, and it quickly grew into a bustling metropolis, a beacon of Islamic culture and learning. Successive dynasties, including the Fatimids, the Ayyubids, and the Mamluks, each left their indelible mark on Egypt, shaping its culture, architecture, and society in profound ways. These periods were characterized by significant advancements in various fields, from science to the arts. They saw the construction of iconic architectural wonders and the flourishing of intellectual life. Egypt, under Roman and Islamic rule, continued to be a melting pot of cultures, a vibrant center of civilization. From Roman to Islamic rule, Egypt's rich history continued to evolve. Now, we reach the modern era, where Egypt continues to play a significant role on the world stage. The Ottoman rule, the French invasion, and the British occupation all left their marks. Then came the establishment of the Republic of Egypt, a pivotal moment that marked a new chapter in this country's rich tapestry of history. The resilience and survival of Egypt through these times are testament to its enduring spirit. So, Egypt's history is a tale of rise and fall, resilience and survival, making it the fascinating civilization we know today.